back. You're watching Health Matters on Channels Television, and it's all about cardiovascular health. Do you have any question? Do you have comment? You can call us on 080-805-42233, 080-805-42233, or tweet at CTV_YOMIO. Now, let's talk about prevention. Or better still, maybe we should take first for those who may have these cardiovascular diseases, whether it is of the arteries, or what are the options for treatment for them?
Well, I think that's a very good area that I love when you say prevention, because I always believe that prevention is better than cure. Now, and I say that everybody that is any human being that is alive today, I don't care where you are, you have a very high likelihood that you will develop heart disease. The study has been done on that. Now, I think it all depends on where you are. You know, many years ago, I would say heart disease is impossible in Nigeria, whereas it's #1 killer in the first world country. Well, because of their lifestyle. Now, when you come out, the first time I come out of the airplane, and I got to Muritala Mohammed Airport, the first thing I see is Kentucky Fried Chicken. You see, those are all the risk factor. And I always tell people, you know your numbers. What do I mean by that? You want to know whether you have high blood pressure or not. You want to know your sugar. You must. Now, we are not even using just the sugar. There's something we call hemoglobin A1C that is going to tell you how bad your blood sugar is. You want to know your cholesterol level. You want to know your weight and your what they call the body mass index. Now, once you know those, your blood pressure is high, your cholesterol is high, you have sugar, you are overweight. Those are all the things that I call the modifiable risk factor. As long as you take care of those, then believe it, your risk of developing this heart disease, particularly the blockages of the arteries, is very, very low. So now, that is the prevention. Prevention is better than cure. Exercise, the study actually was done on that. The study shows that if you are able to just walk 1 mile a day, you will 5 days a week, you will be able to
getting
reduce,
active. Very
active. That is #1. You reduce or you will increase your quality life expectancy by almost about 4.8 years. And if you do it 3 times a week, then you're going to do that for about 2.8 years. Control your cholesterol, as I said. Very healthy habit. Avoid high blood pressure and high sugar.
Okay, please just hold your thoughts. I think we have a caller. Hello? Hello? Okay, the caller is not there yet. Please go ahead.
Thank you. So, as long as all those are done, and then you exercise, I believe, and you see doctors regularly, this is the problem that we have. The average life expectancy in Nigeria now is 46 years. 46. In America, our average life expectancy is about 79 years. In Cuba, they don't even have as much money as the United States. The average life expectancy is about 80 years. And the reason for that is because of the prevention that we said. Know your number, visit the doctor, and if anything is just not right, you go and see the doctor, which I believe by that you're going to avoid catastrophe.
Okay, so knowing the numbers, like your blood pressure numbers, whether you're diabetic or not, being active, those are the things that, but you just said something that struck me now. If you say in the US where you find every corner, you find fast food, they can live up to 70 years, and in Nigeria the figures are lower. Why? What makes that difference?
Well, what makes that difference, #1, is, as I said, is the preventive care. We do a lot of routine care in the United States, but in Nigeria, I can guarantee you that maybe about 90% of us probably never been to a doctor unless something's wrong. So that is #1. #2, infrastructurally, even though, think about it, 1 in 8 American female will have breast cancer. 1 in 20 American female will die of that breast cancer. So because you have it, doesn't mean you're going to die of it. Why? Because we have what it takes to be able to cure breast cancer today. And yet, 1 in 3 American female will die of heart attack.
So there's need to improve on the healthcare system.
Exactly, they need to, but even when you develop in this country, there is no infrastructure.
Hold on, please.
Thank you.
Let's be joined by the caller. Hello? Hello? Oh, I think network is having a
That's a
field
typical
day.
thing in Nigeria.
Okay, so lowering this figures, or when we talk about prevention, it's mostly in our hands, right?
That's right.
But there are some that you really can't prevent. What then can be done in that situation, like the hole in the heart?
Exactly. You know, there are certain things that is not your fault, and I call it non-modifiable risk factors. You're already born to that. It's not your fault. It's not anybody's fault. Again, those holes in the heart, we can fix them, but you need the infrastructure. You know, today, that's why Tri-State comes in. We have spent almost about 3 billion naira now at Babcock University to have the latest state-of-the-art equipment. You know, and that is the key. Without the equipment, you cannot take care of this. We have done this week now. We just did 2 cases. You know that this patient could have died. Very expensive, but we have those infrastructure now to be able to do them.
Okay, so for those, whether it is congenital or not, there's the option of treatment.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, I think we have this caller back. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Please go ahead with your question or comment.
Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Please go ahead.
Hello,
Nice to have you.
Yeah. Please, at what rate can one reduce alcohol intake to avoid this kind of disease, cardiovascular disease?
Okay. Thank you, Ade from Ocean State.
Well, that's a very good question you just asked, the caller. You know, it kind of, alcohol is paradoxical. We know there are some studies that actually show that if you drink alcohol, for example, now you drink 1 glass of red wine after each meal, you reduce your risk of heart attack or blockages of the arteries. But the problem with us is that, when you drink excessively, now that can now attack the wall of the heart and cause the damage. So I would say that, everything in moderation. As I said, the study is very clear. You drink, a glass of wine after each meal. That have been shown to really improve your heart condition.
So it's about moderation, as you said.
It's moderation, exactly.
Not
you don't drink
use.
anything more than 2-3, bottles of, beer a day. When you do that, then you are increasing your risk.
Okay, quickly as we wind down, let's talk more about the options for treatment.
Yes. Well, the options that we have for treatment are very clear. Number 1, we treat all the those risk factors I said. Number 2, let us say you are having a heart attack. We have the facility now in Nigeria, in Ogun State, right here at Babcock University, whereby as soon as you call, what you are looking at now is what they call the heart catheterization laboratory. It's the state-of-the-art, equipment that costs us almost about $1.8 million. That can, when we get you, within 30 minutes, 40 minutes, we can get you into the heart, and then, fix your heart. This one that you see here now is the open heart, operating room theater. State-of-the-art, we can fix any hole on the heart. We have the state-of-the-art intensive care unit, which is, 8 beds, 9 beds, sorry, with anything that you have. So, in other words, we have all the equipment to be able to treat anybody. The key thing is to call our number and come and see us.
It's good that we have at least where we can talk about treatment, but of course, as you said, prevention is always the best.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for coming on today on the program.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, and thank you also for watching at home. I would like to thank Adele Cody from Osun State and the many other people who try to call in. We can continue the conversation on Twitter at CTV_Yomi. Oh, thank you once more. I am Yomi Otaiwe.